My name is Abu Bakr Siddiq. Today we are all united in front of the UNHCR office to face a decision that UNHCR has taken to close the UNHCR office by the end of 2024. It means closing UNHCR office means shutting the door of hope for all the displaced refugees. So there are about 105 million Rohingya refugees currently staying in Panadura. They recently rescued by the Sri Lankan Navy last 18th December 2022. So unfortunately, the UNHCR has taken decision to close their office without finding a long-lasting, durable solution for all of us. So we are very worried because we are not legally allowed to work here, and we don't have any source of income to sustain ourselves. And there are also minors, underage, unaccompanied children, single girls and widows. They don't have any resource of income. So that's why we are very worried, because UNHCR is going to close the office, and they have also stopped the monthly allowance for all of us. And they are just leaving us in the ocean without shore. That's why we are very worried. And it's long ago. Actually, my parents, we are refugees. Means that they are still refugees came in Bangladesh. They came from Myanmar in 1992 when there was a conflict in Myanmar. They left and they were sheltered in Bangladesh by the Bangladesh government. And since then, they have been refugees in Bangladesh. And I was born in Bangladesh in 1996. Since then, I am a refugee. There is no change for me in my life. Now I am 27 years old. Since 27 years I am experiencing refugee life. Refugee life is not so easy. Refugee life means daily struggle, daily suffering. Now I am I am very worried for my future, because my parents already ruined their life as a refugee in the refugee camp. I am also a refugee since I was born. There is still no long-lasting solution for me. Their destination was not in Sri Lanka. Their destination was somewhere in Indonesia and Malaysia. Unfortunately, their engine has been, our engine has been broken in the middle of the sea, and then the Sri Lankan Navy has rescued us. And we are very thankful to the government of Sri Lanka and the people of the government, people of the Sri Lanka, to support us, to give us shelter in Sri Lanka. We are very thankful. So our main request to all of you and also UNHCR to raise our voice, because we people do not the language you people understand. Our government, our Myanmar government has restricted us from going to the college, from education. Restricted us from the moment we are unable to go here and there freely. We are unable to study in our country. So we do not the language the people understand. So we kindly request everyone, all of you, to raise our voice and to seek a durable solution for all of us, so that we can have a life like you all.
Among the issues that we've been speaking about so far, I think the living expenses, that stands out as an important one. So how do you manage your living expenses here, you and the rest of the people who are here today with us?
Good. When we first came in Sri Lanka, the UNHCR has given us allowance. When we were recognized as a refugee in Sri Lanka, the UNHCR has entitled to give us a monthly subsistence allowance. That is 19,500 for individual, and for family, 4 members family, 43,000, like that. So recently UNHCR has stopped providing the allowance also from the January. So we people are very worried, because we people are not allowed to work here in Sri Lanka legally. So we go and to find the job. Also, people don't like to give us job because we have language problems, and we don't have any skills as well in Sri Lanka. So UNHCR suddenly stopped providing allowance. So, and we have now facing lots of issues like housing problems. We usually lives in a rental house. Earlier, by the help of UNHCR allowance, we were supposed to give a house rent. Now we have housing problems, food problems. Now also we don't have any income source, so we don't know what will be our our future. In our country, Myanmar, our government has treated us as alien, foreign immigrants. Actually, we people, we are in Myanmar long 1,000 years ago, but our government has taken our citizenship rights. We people, we are kept in our country as foreigners. We didn't allow to go one village to another village. We are restricted from going to a school. Like what we had lots of issues. That's why we left our country. And we became refugee again in Bangladesh. Bangladesh also we are all kept in a refugee camp. In a refugee camp, we are around there, we are fenced. We are unable to go outside. Also same condition without the permission. The freedom of movement has completely taken from us in Myanmar and in Bangladesh as well. Then we had no options. In search of better future, we all have taken the risk to take a journey from Bangladesh to Malaysia, Indonesia by boat. Unfortunately, our engine has broken in the middle of the sea, and we are all about to die in the middle of sea. We have witnessed there we have a boat with us which has sank in front of our eyes. Around over 200 Myanmar refugees has sank and dead. We are lucky, we are saved, we are rescued by the Sri Lankan Navy. And in Sri Lanka also we are unable to practice the basic human rights such as job. We are unable to find a job. We are unable to go to access the education like government education. And thanks to the Sri Lankan government to facilitate us for the health care. We are able to get a health care and also other things. But main thing is, if we don't get any allowance, if we don't get any support from UNHCR, how can we survive here? How can we live here? If we even don't allow to work, we are not supposed to break the laws of Sri Lanka. We are refugees. We have to abide the laws of Sri Lanka. We have to follow the rules of the Sri Lanka. We cannot break the rules. If you are not allowed to work here, how can will be the source of our income, and how can we sustain ourselves if we even don't get support from UNHCR, who we think the humanitarian organization for the refugees? That's what we are very worried and very depressed. We are now mentally disturbed. We are already in lots of hardships. As a refugee, we are already lots of problems, facing lots of issues. Mentally, we are not well. Again, if UNHCR stopped the allowance, also UNHCR stopped the allowance, and now we will have to go lots more difficult situation. So one more thing, see, he's my friend. Come, see, his entire family has died when his family has chosen the risk part to go from Bangladesh to Myanmar. In the middle of the sea, his entire family has gone. Now he has no one behind him to support financially. He has no one. So how can he live here? How can he survive? Same situation I am facing. My family is in Bangladesh. Refugees came since 1990. They are still in refugees came, and I am also refugee. How long we can remain as a refugee? See, now he has no one. His entire family has gone. Yeah, very sad for him. So look at us. His name is Abdul Hafiz. His parents are in Bangladesh. He is alone here. He is now living with someone else. No parents here. And like us, we all are here. This our uncle, his father, parents has ruined their life as a refugee. Now we children are also refugee. Now they are future generation. Next generation, they are also. If we are scared for them, whether if they also ruin their life as
so much. No, actually, what we are thinking is, example, this uncle, he is refugee. Earlier, his father was also refugee. Now his children are refugee. Even today, he here in Sri Lanka, he is even with not his family. His family members, all of them are in refugee camp. He is only here. This is the age he have to be with his family members. But it's unfortunately he is with no family. So this is the life we are surviving. So we want to live life, not survive. Survive means we all know what is it. So at least this rest of his life, rest of our lives, we want peace and we want durable solution. That's what we are asking from government.